Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, I got a video today from Manhood.
The point I'm trying to make is this. I'm just giving you your standards, right? You want a guy, pretty much the man you described as a 1% man. Now, the caliber of man that you're chasing is a type A, assertive, dominant male that doesn't need you, period. Are you aware that men don't care about a woman's financials? What actually makes a woman 1% woman are things that women typically don't tend to highlight?
The sadness of feminism, right? They just don't realize that the attraction is not symmetrical, right? They like all of these things about men. They just assume that men like the same things. We do not, ladies.
Compliant, feminine, attractive, fit, following his lead. These are things that make a woman 1%. Attraction, ladies, is not symmetrical. You might say to yourself, I'm a 1% woman, but that's false. The market dictates your value, not you.
It's like me saying, I'm a valuable man. The people around me kind of tell me that. I don't think I announce it to everybody myself because pretty cringe. Pretty cringe.
Problem is this. We live in a world where we tell women that they can do no wrong. They're perfect however they come, and they don't have to self-improve. And I'm here to tell you, that's a fucking lie. You got to self-improve just like us, and you got to bring value.
Women saying they're a 10 or a 1% woman is like a comedian having to laugh at his own joke.
Hey, my jokes are funny sometimes.
If it were true, it wouldn't need to be pointed out.
I actually feel like it's a lot easier to feel fulfilled and satisfied in non-monogamous relationships because you can go to multiple people for different needs. I mean, it's really hard when you expect like just one person to be your...
It's kind of sad that they're so young, but they think it's non-monogamy. They think, oh, sleeping around. Think, oh, if I can't get it from this partner, let me get it from this partner and still be with all these other partners. It's called STDs, people. Come on. Come on.
Basically a whole entire support system.
I mean, this is what I'll tell you. Like, this is what every single stat shows, is that monogamous relationships own. Like, kids do better in monogamous relationships. Spousal abuse is lower in monogamous relationships versus non-monogamous relationships.
It's like all the stats that women are worried about gets thrown out the window because they want to just sleep around.
There's less spousal jealousy. Divorce rates are lower. You can say divorce rates are crazy high. Divorce rates are lower in monogamous man-woman relationships than non-monogamous relationships. They just seem to work better. Also, I can look just a basic equation. Okay, 50% of my country's population is men, 50% of my country's population is women. If I'm looking for a foundation to build my society, I'm looking at one man, one woman, because otherwise you have an unequal balance, and maybe you've got one woman that has 10 men or one man that has 10 women, and that leads to some very curious, problematic sort of socio problems.
Which is what is happening right now, right? All the women chase the top 1%. All the top 1% gets most of the women. The bottom 30% don't really get that many women. They're considered incels. That's just kind of how it's going.
Somebody needed to school this girl real good. Clearly she didn't go to one. If you were satisfied in the relationship, you wouldn't have to go to someone else for support.
Why is it that all you ladies who dislike arrogance and like humbleness want a life?
No, they don't like arrogant men, but they like to be arrogant themselves.
That is so extra and lavish. You want a six-figure man, you want a high-value man and doing all this stuff. Why is it that everyone pretends like they hate arrogance, but then their standards are? Like, if we're being very honest, there's about, 10 of you here? Maybe 2 or 3 of you at best will get with a guy who makes 6 figures or more because it's such a small percentage. By the numbers, it's probably impossible for all of you to get that. So there is a bit of like an arrogance to that where it's like, if you love humbleness so much, why don't you live a humble life? What's wrong with getting with a regular dude who's got a 401k, he makes $40K a year, maybe he's home at the end of the day, he takes care of the bills, you guys got a nice little house in the suburbs. Why is that not enough? I don't understand why there's all this talk about like, would I let my high...
Because it isn't Instagram worthy.
I value man cheat. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most of y'all not gonna get one. And that's not me trying to be mean. It's like...
The standards and entitlements are crazy. What makes a normal chick feel so deserving and entitled to a rich guy? Most of these women seem to have nothing of moral value. Life is about family and children. As long as you've got a comfortable home with heat and a fridge of food, that should be enough. But who's going to
I mean, that's how my family was raised. You got food on your back. Oh, no, sorry. Food in your belly, or food in the fridge, clothes on your back, and a warm place to stay. What else do you really need? Everything else is luxury.
Tell this to modern women.
What's good money?
Pull up your account.
My phone is dead.
Okay.
What is good?
Until you can pull up your account, then
Well, give us an idea. Why does it have to be about me? Is a couple million enough?
maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't
probably
that wild? Like nowadays, the market is so inflated that to get a 31-year-old girl,
You know what's funny though?
you need to have multi-million dollars. Like to get a ran through 31-year-old like sweatpants Birkin bag, you
I
need
know.
to have multiple M's in the bank.
I know.
That's insane.
You can't just be funny and have a fucking 8-inch
Wait,
hammer
hold
anymore.
on.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Do you hate women?
No, no. I love
Are
women.
you sure?
I do. I love women.
What's your relationship like with your
I
mom?
have a great relationship.
Stop bringing my mother into these things. Every time you do, all I'm gonna just say is she's dead, and then you're just gonna feel bad because you're a dumb.
Really? She hugged you and shit when you were
I did.
little?
I was just talking to her right before this. Like right before I walked in, I was.
Why do you find that so hard to believe?
I'm feeling a little anger, misogyny.
Oh, don't you
Here we
dare
go.
say that
Here we
word.
go.
Don't
You really want to
dare
end right
say
now?
that.
They clearly cannot handle the heat and jump straight to your mum. Wow, talk about a new low. If it were the other way
I
around,
mean, your mama jokes were funny when we were kids.
and the guy asked her about her relationship with her dad, we know very well where this would have ended. Glad this one got humbled this way. Recently came across this very interesting post highlighting all modern-day problems.
Modern feminism appears to have failed society through the elimination of traditional gender roles, confusion of societal norms, destruction of the family unit, and ultimately, by failing to promote better alternatives. Over the span of time it's been around, in a more direct manner, this altered the way men and women connected with one another.
We can sense the frustration of modern feminism.
Like, women don't even know what they're doing in relationships now because all of this modernism.
Modern feminism didn't liberate, it sabotaged. It torched the bridge between men and women by selling women the lie that masculinity is toxic, that motherhood is oppression, and that independence means isolation. Now we're left with a dating pool full of confused men and combative women, broken families, and zero direction. Entitled attitudes replaced nurturing, fake empowerment replaced cooperation, and now both genders are miserable.
And men are used to this misery, ladies. We've been miserable a good chunk of our lives, and it's okay. We can cope with the misery. We're men. You ladies are the ones that are kind of struggling with the true misery of loneliness.
Men are walking away, women are doubling down on delusion, and the only winners are the industries profiting off your loneliness.
True.
You can't shame men into submission anymore. They're awake. Feminism promised unity, delivered division. Time for real solutions, not slogans.
I think you can find someone that is compatible with you, that has the same values as you do. I don't think you necessarily need to step back and become feminine. If you're more of a masculine girl, you could probably find someone that can embrace like the way you are.
Totally disagree.
Well, that
with
would be
you.
the ultimate
Really?
goal.
You're saying that
You can, if he's not the man you want.
you think a high value man wants an alpha masculine woman? Is that what you're saying?
Some maybe.
No.
I don't know.
The answer is no.
Crazy.
This ridiculousness has to stop when people think that there is a compatible person for you, and it's easy to find them, who accepts you the way you are without you having to put any effort in it.
Man, he never misses.
Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10.
10.
10. Like a 6.
I was gonna say like a 7, maybe 8.
I give myself like
love a humble
6, 6.9 on a good day. Okay, so but 10? 10? Really? It's a bit of hubris, a little bit, don't you
What
think?
hubris?
I mean,
He's confident, not confident. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh,
you get to be confident, but when men are confident, the arrogance.
If you view yourself as a 10, then surely you must deserve a 10. So if you have a bunch of women who think they're 10, one of the problems in the dating marketplace is people don't have a reasonable self-assessment of their own attractiveness, and thus
he might be right.
Their standards they're not going to be able to secure the type of partner that they're going after if they think they're a 10. No offense, guys.
I have a partner.
I
disagree.
I'm getting death stares.
You can disagree all you want. We're the ones that choose relationships, ladies, and we don't like choosing you.
There's a very fine line between delusional and confidence, and everyone thinking they are a solid 10 is definitely delusional on so many levels. Nobody can be perfect, but here is the modern woman thinking she is perfect at and in everything.
Why dating in the modern world sucks. There's a few reasons for this. Obviously, dating apps and social media, women have more choice than ever. And unfortunately for some men, what's happening in the dating app data shows this. You've basically got 80% of the women chasing after the top 10% of men. It's why women always complain, this guy cheated on me, he did this and that. It's because all of the women are chasing after that top 10% of men. But for me to dive deeper, the real issue with modern dating is women expect men to be traditional men. They want men to be strong and masculine and make money and competent and take you on a date and pay for the date and be chivalrous and act like a gentleman. Women want traditional men. However, if you look at the majority of women and these women that want those traits in men, they are not traditional anymore. No. So women want men to be traditional while they are not traditional. Women are not as feminine as they used to be. Women are very, very masculine in the modern world.
And if they seriously date or marry a gentleman who is a provider, they will most likely sleep around on him with the chads and blame the gentleman, saying it's his fault. There is no accountability for women anymore, secular or religious. It doesn't matter to them due to feminism.
Of course.
Equality doesn't mean sameness. It means mutual respect for what each brings to the table. A man being great at being a man, a woman being great at being a woman, that's balance.
Balance.
Trying to blur that into one mashed up identity messes everything up. We complement each other.
You would think that more women would deal with trans men, since trans men are women, an embodiment of women or whatever, but they have men parts. So why aren't women just going to trans men in droves, or trans women in droves?
Not compete in the same lane. Different roles, same value. That's real equality. But that's all against modern feminism, sadly.
Yeah, the wanting everything and not having to improve yourself is ridiculous, because you don't just want, you have to earn. Men earn their way through life. Women earn their way through relationships. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it.